Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608, and today I am playing StarMade. You might be thinking, hey, this place looks vaguely familiar, and it doesn't look like a turret. No, it doesn't, because it's not a turret. And that block is backwards. And that display module doesn't have anything in it. Is something saved wrong? I'll have to fix that. Anyway, this is the bridge to the Ironclad. If you're not familiar with the Ironclad, I'll hop back to Season 1, Episode 135 through 160, maybe? Anyway, I built an Ironclad. Let's see. Let's pull up. And this is the Mark VI Ironclad. And I can hear some of you say, wait a minute, what happened to the Mark V? The Mark V never saw the light of day. The last one that was seen by people, excuse me, was the Mark IV. Let's pull up of Mark IV. Mark IV, admin load, and this was a Power 2 ship, or Power 1 ship, sorry. Let's see. It is the same exact hull, well, more or less. It has a few more decorations. For those of you who are familiar with the old Ironclads, actually, let's hop into creative and let's get us a camera so I can... No. Pull up. There you go. Now go into build mode and just pop a camera right there. There, now easier for me to drive. And slow her down. There we go. Alright. No. Back to center. Okay. Build mode again. Alright. Those of unfamiliar, this was my Ironclad. It was the terror of the skies. Almost elite AMS functionality. Missiles. 3 sets of missiles. A port broadside, a starboard broadside, and a front-firing missile. 4 sets of missiles. Because I also had what I called siege missiles, which were missiles on a clock. Why am I moving? There we go. Anyway, it is known for its wheel, which is not turning on this one right now, because reasons. This is the old bridge. It had a radar jammer, and it was glorious. It was based on the USS Cairo, which was one of the first ironclads used by the United States in the Civil War. Actually, one of the first used anywhere. Also known as city-class ironclads or Pook's turtles. Pardon me. Their primary job was to patrol the Mississippi River, and I made a very loose replica of the USS Cairo. Very, very loose. And it was glorious. This was state-of-the-art. This was the pinnacle of StarMade at the time. Well, for me, anyway. And had these nice, big interiors. I actually had a captain's quarters, and a bathroom stall with a shower. Oh, man. Little galley common area. And some bunks. Ooh. Then, I had the enormous cargo hold with all the power stuff. Those are old jump modules. Auxiliary power. Warheads. Those aren't warheads, those are actually scanner antenna. Remember scanner antenna? Ooh. This was my very first transporter that I stuck in the Mark IV. This was an elevator that opened up these doors and took you to the main deck. Came down, there was cargo galore, these huge smokestacks, and all this glorious stuff, and I was really proud of my engineering room. I had all types of logic-y stuff. All my weapons were here. I believe those are the side guns. I had this purple thing, and all this logic controlled the spinning of the wheel. It was great. It was glorious. But Power 2.0 came, and yeah, getting this to work under the stabilization and integrity was almost, well, no, I found it to be impossible. ripped all this out and tried to do it a couple times. In fact, that's where the Mark V comes in. The Mark V was a total rebuild from the ground up, trying to rebuild an Ironclad, and it failed spectacularly. We got me some smokestacks, and it never saw the light of day. I shot it up a few times, but that was about it. And this was my premier fighting ship on the Star Squadron server, back when we had a server. This was it. I used these to guard the planet, my gates, until the Nemesis-class battleship came along. Then my my poor Ironclad became a support vessel. Well, it should be a support vessel. It did not have the firepower to actually, or did not have the DPS, because by the time everything charged back up, most things' shields were back on. And these were AMS turrets, the old AMS turrets. These were my best AMS turrets I ever made. Other garbage. So, I came in and I did some improvements. First of all, I prettied up the deck here, so it looks a little prettier with this mast, with even a flashing red light. It's not flashing because this wheel isn't turning. I'll fix that in a minute. A heftier turret, front-mounted turret, and the actual Cairo had a front-mounted turret. Actually, go see the USS Cairo. It's somewhere in Mississippi, I think. They pulled it out of the river. It was the first vessel ever to be destroyed by a remote-detonated electronic mine. Anyway, I have some cannons. I replaced the missiles with cannons here. So these are just really big cannons, and I gutted it. I mean, I gutted it, and I filled it with systems, beautiful systems, chambers, all types of stuff. And then I added 3, 6, 7, 8, 16 of these turrets. Now, probably if I ever use this on a server, I'll pull some of these off, so it's not too much. But these are tiny beam missile turrets. They do about 5,000 damage a shot. So, not great, but better than nothing. And my main guns are still my main guns. And I did the smokestacks a little differently, and these are now full of stabilizers. And of course, you saw the bridge a little earlier. So, let's hop out. Let's go on a tour. There used to be an elevator here that you had to take down, or that you would ride, and it broke 3/4 of the time. Not anymore. Now it is a stairwell going to the, let's see, that goes down to level 1. Now let's check out the top level, level 2, before we look at level 1. This goes up to the deck, so you can come out to the deck and, I don't know, stare longingly at the old Ironclads. I did this wedge up here originally because it looked good, but now you can actually step up here and look over now, so I like that. And all these pretty decorations and whatnot, the light rods. Anyway, you saw all this stuff. Although you didn't see this over here. Instead of a other stairwell, there is a little engine-y thing in here. And it should be flashing red, but the wheel isn't on. We'll look at the wheel a little later. Alright. And here we go. This here is a bathroom and a medbay. Just my standard medbay. That goes down to level 1 as well. Then down this way is no data, and that shouldn't have a display block. What happened to all my display blocks? This is the systems room. I have my this sector. Was that shields and whatnot? I just did some stuff on these. And then my actual weapon systems are over here. And a light switch. And my cargo I've changed, so it's right here. 113k of cargo, which isn't a tremendous amount, but it's not bad for a battleship. The blue lights mean there's either a stair or a transporter. Now let's go to the second one. So I built two sets of stairs down, because I forgot I did the first one. And then, oh, I'm not changing it. Back here's the engine room. I like the engine room. Oh, come on. F1G. F1, F8. We're in build mode. Let's see if I can find... Isn't the wheel on? There we go. Now let's hop out. There we go. Now the wheel's turning. Up there. Yep, it's blinking. And now let's go to the engine room. Oh, I didn't use the button. Oops. Engine room down this way. There we go, and I have lights that are blinking set on random. It's also where the faction module is, and some more information. And here's the coal furnace. You know, throw coal in here to get the boilers running, because this is a steamship. Alright. See, on the first level is also living quarters. Actually, it's primarily living quarters. Those are to the airlocks, or not the airlocks, the docks. There's another stair up. Mess hall, it's my standard mess hall. None special. Over this way is a barracks. A barrack? Barracks. There are 3 sets of barracks. 3 barracks rooms. Bunks in them. What's this? Oh, that's not right. Shouldn't be able to do that. Huh. Alright, so I need to go check that out. Anyway, there are 3 of them. I haven't actually walked through the ship. Here's the captain's quarters. A little nicer than the others. Even has a private bathroom. And... what's this? Barracks C. There's a locker room in here somewhere. Did I walk past it? Mess hall, barrack. Oh, here it is, locker room. Turn that light on. Let's see. And there's a locker room, some sinks and bathroom stalls and some shower stalls. Ledge to put your soap. Alright. That's basically the insides. Just gonna leave that door open. I'm gonna respawn this ship anyway, so. And both of these are identical. Other than this wonky corner here. That needs to be fixed. And this just goes down to the dock. I don't have an airlock on it. Just a regular dock. Let's see, now can we hop back into the top? Where are you? 1 F8. There we go. No, 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 no. Stop, stop, stop. I'm going to build mode. Let's watch the whale, the wheel. Ooh. And I put a 608 on the side. Oh, and there is a lifeboat. You'll have to get to the deck, run down, jump over and slide down, or run straight out to the bridge and slide down. Here's a lifeboat. That has been updated to Power 2.0. Awesome. Alright, and that is the new Ironclad. How does it stack up against my current fleet? It is incredibly weak against a frigate. Let's see, let's get some basic stats on this. It's a 608 Ironclad. Mass is 9,000, almost 10,000. Well, 10,000 with rails. It's 51 wide, 47 tall, and 161 long, which is roughly, very roughly, the size of the USS Cairo. Don't care about structure. I guess there's reactor HP. She's running 224,000 energy per second recharge at 28%, 28.3%, 28.3% reactor stabilization. Probably need more stabilizers, but again, this is an old ship designed on... No, they wouldn't be of any use whatsoever here. Anyway, it's an old ship hull designed on Power 1.1. Still have quite a bit of empty space. We'll talk more about the systems later. And in here you can actually see in the corner there. You actually see all the stuff. There's a red light. Let's just turn that on. Huh. Anyway, I have been JW608. This has been the Ironclad. And next time we'll take it out for a spin and see how she does. I'll see you then.